Sure. Health checks running. Health checks paths.
Settings.
Recording. Let's kill this. Let's retweet here. Let's kill
And
that.
we're yawning.
Go away, dog. Lay down. Lay down.
Excuse me. Anybody who might have joined in the middle of that burp, I apologize. See, I think what I'm going to do here is. Oh, I think I'm going to do this. Window here. Ah, there we go. That'll work. We talking about anything before we get started, or?
Nope, since I already started streaming and forgot I was going to say something.
Hope it's not important for the show, buddy.
It's not.
All right, cool. Then we will not worry about it. All right. We ready to go then?
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 1, 2. Coming off the top, y'all know how we do. Listen, I'ma drop a freestyle you can cherish. I'ma send a shout out to the host named Eric. Yo, he's never on some average shit. You know, Eric, he stays loud and passionate. I'm about to break it down for y'all with the clever song. Yo, shout the host named Thomas, cause he's never wrong. Yo, shout to John. You know that he's smart and quiet, unlike my freestyles, which cause a riot. I'm about to do it like this, cause the people love me. Shouts out to PHP the Ugly. It's called ugly cause it's not professional, but I'm about to come through and bless it with style. So let's do it when I'm spitting, I perfume the room. Yo, the segment of the show is called Doom and Gloom. That came from Thomas. Yeah, can nobody go beyond this? I get the mic and then I'm about to keep it like a promise. Yeah, and y'all know we fill them up with anguish. We talking about the PHP, the programming language. About to break it down, no exaggeration. What do y'all do for a living? Web applications. Okay, I can dig it. My words spray tight. They getting together on the Thursday nights. Yeah, when it comes to rhyming, you can call me the new dude. I spew true lyrics while y'all broadcast on YouTube. So let's get it. You know my lyrics are major. All up in the comments, they got plenty of haters, but they doing what they doing. Keep it ugly. We ending every show with the saying it's lovely. Let's go.
Yes.
Yes, what?
Oh, I was just like amped up by the music, but you guys can't hear it, so.
Bastard. All right, we're going to start. You ready to start? Clap it.
We don't do that anymore, do we?
I'm joking. We don't do it.
Woo!
All right, here we go. Hey, Frank. Frank's in the Discord early tonight. Welcome, welcome. Anybody looking at YouTube? Do we have any viewers yet, or are we just talking to ourselves? Well, we got Frank. We know we got Frank.
Our chat box thing ain't working.
What do you mean?
Oh, yeah, it is. Never mind.
Is he okay?
It's not working because nobody's typing anything.
All right. Shall I get started, or are you doing something?
Go for it.
All right. 4, 2, 1, and you're in the Colex conjecture, which we call PHPUgly. We are 3, believe it or not, professional PHP developers who get together on a weekly basis and do this very podcast late at night under the cover of darkness. I am your host, Eric Van Johnson, and joining me this lovely night is my co-host, John Congdon.
I don't get the 421 thing, or I thought it was 248. confused.
And my other co-host, who seems very distracted, Tom Right Up. What the hell was that?
Yes, I'm
What's
slightly
up?
distracted.
You got an animal gnawing at your foot over there? What's going on?
That's John. That's not me.
That's me.
That's your dog?
Yeah,
Yes.
I know the sound of a puppy when I hear it. That's definitely puppy action.
He is just gnawing away at this thing. Crazy.
So, John, 421 Collex conjecture is something I learned today. It's basically the N+1 database issue that we have in coding, but for real math. And it's this cool thing. It says you can pick any.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that one where you multiply by 3 plus 1 or divide in half, right?
Right. So you pick any positive number, and and if it's an odd number, you divide or you multiply by 3 and add 1.
Add
if
1.
If it's a positive number, you divide by 2, and
If
eventually
it's a even number.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. If it's an even number, divide by 2, and eventually you will get stuck in a loop of 421. It's one of these mathematical kind of things that
We watch the
apparently
same YouTube channels.
we totally do. And then I guess if you use negative numbers, you have the possibility of getting caught in like 3 different loops. But yeah, I saw that today. I'm like, that's so bizarre. I love stuff like that, like little like hacks of life that just.
That's Steve Mold's channel, right? Is that where we saw that? Stephen Mold.
I don't. It begins with a V. Here, I'll throw it in. I don't know what his name is.
And it's not proven that you always end up in that 421.
It's proven as far as they can count out so far. So there's a theory that there's a possibility you could always be in a loop, or you could end up in an infinite spike. But they haven't gotten to that number. But that's just a theory. So much like your God, they haven't proven it, John. So it's just a theory.
I don't have a God, so you can't say it's
not.
It's not quite how a proof goes, though.
I love this stuff. I'm hooked on this new YouTube channel, and I just binge watched the hell out of it today.
What is it?
It is. I'm moving the card over now. Velocity, or what was it called? Let me get back over there. Veritasium.
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 Yeah.
Just these. I enjoy this stuff. You're always learning, man. You gotta always be learning. I love that stuff.
So you equated it to databases. Was there an actual equation there? Or are you just saying it's?
No, that's just what I thought of when they talked about it. It's the N+1 issue with doing database queries, or getting caught in an N+1 where you're querying something that's querying itself, you get caught in a loop. It's the same. That's what I thought of when I saw that.
Gotcha.
Like, oh yeah, it's N+1. Yeah.
I see how you got there.
They call it. What do they call it? 3x+1, or I think is what they call it. 3x+1 or 3n+1. I forget.
It was a very interesting video, and they tell mathematicians to ignore it and not try to solve it.
Not try to solve it. Yeah. What are they hiding, John? Why don't they want it solved? I want to know. It was an interesting issue. So, all right, question of the day. I got a question for you guys because Tom just seems zoned the hell out. Okay, question of the day. In a fight to the death between Sarah Connor and Ellen Ripley, who wins?
Who?
So Sarah
Connor
from Terminator and Ellen Ripley from Aliens. Who wins? Discord, you're more than welcome to weigh in on this one.
Do you have to have seen the movies, or can you flip a coin?
Wait, you're saying you haven't seen Terminator or Aliens?
I've seen Terminator.
You haven't seen Aliens?
Why would I see Aliens?
That's like because it's one of the top 10 best movies ever made.
If it was one of the top 10, I think I would have watched it. So you must be wrong. I saw like bits and pieces when I was a kid, and I'm just not into gory movies.
Tom, do you have an answer? There's no right answer.
It's not gory.
Okay,
And
Sarah
yes,
Connor, because I've seen
Sarah Connor.
You think Sarah Connor? Why do you say Sarah Connor?
Because Sarah Connor has a gun and is ready to use it, and trusts one.
So does Riley.
Ripley doesn't have a gun. Ripley has tools. Ripley has tools, and
she has the big mecha suit. Come on,
right? But Ripley has failed multiple times, whereas Sarah Connor has never failed.
That's a good point. Good point.
Like Sarah Connor's always got a gun on her and doesn't trust any humans. Ripley has trust of humans and doesn't have a gun on her.
Oh, so you're saying. See, I guess in my head I had them equally matched, but you're saying like if they're just walking down the alley and they run into each other and decide to kill each other,
right.
Sarah Connor would be more prepared. I see what you're saying.
I'm saying Sarah Connor would decide to kill Ripley far before it would occur to Ripley to kill Sarah Connor.
I want to know where this is coming from.
Gotcha.
Like
I was just thinking about today. I like strong women. I like action-packed women, and those are the two strongest, most action-packed women I know in movies. And I just came up with the question. I wonder who would win in a bar brawl or just a knife fight or just straight up trying to kill each other. And I just thought it'd be a good question to ask.
So then, I mean,
or you take them to Daytona Beach? Who's going to win in coleslaw wrestling?
Even in that scenario, though, even in a bar scenario, it's still going to be Sarah Connor because of Earth's gravity. Ripley is a long-haul shipper who does not experience 100% Earth's gravity.
Gotcha. Okay, well, what if they were both in space then?
Both in space, then Sarah Connor would have the advantage, Ripley would have the advantage, but Sarah Connor would adapt. It would be an even fight at that point.
Connor is definitely the more scrappier of the two, I think. Yeah.
And wary. I mean, that wariness is.
You do realize these people don't exist, right? I'm just putting that out there.
Well, not yet. These all take place in the future.
Exactly, John. God, dork.
Jesus.
Tell him. You tell him.
John's stomach is just going crazy tonight.
All right. How's everybody's week? John, you want to start?
My wife is home. I'm happy. She had a fantastic trip, and again, so happy she went and got home today. We took the kids to the park and had a great day. I got way more work done this week than I was really expecting to.
Haven't eaten in days, though.
Apparently. There's the dog. The dog's just chewing on a shoe down there.
This is crazy.
I
released a PR got merged. So again, in this legacy code base, we were using an old database layer. So when errors occur, it doesn't necessarily throw an exception. It returns an exception that you could either ignore or do something with. And as long as you don't try to act on it when it is an error, errors go unnoticed. Make sense so far? Being a legacy code base, you code on the happy path. So you don't really think about when errors happen. You just, you say, hey, go do this thing in the database, and you move on. I got very curious about how many errors were happening and what was going on, what was not being caught or handled. So I opened a nice little PR that in the place where an error is returned, it notifies Slack. That was a mistake. Oh my God, that was a mistake.
Just a steady stream. Ding, 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 ding,
Yeah,
ding, ding.
if you have
Kinda like a slot
notifications,
machine.
if you have notifications on in that channel, you're not happy. The sad part was I put in there basically a rate limit. So I was trying to hash a value and then put it in Redis and say, hey, don't tell me again about this error for an hour, trying to avoid that issue. The problem is the hash was based on the query and the data in the query was always different. So the hash was always different. So we got notified on every single issue.
The data in the query was always different?
Yeah. Where there was an error, you go to insert something. You go to insert data into a table. The data is going to be different, right?
No, because when you log a parameterized query, it just has question marks in the parameters.
You realize I don't have parameterized queries in this scenario.
That's a much bigger issue, isn't it?
No, stop it.
Most
of the queries are using. It's not using prepared statements, so you don't have question marks. You have. I'm in the raw database layer where it executes the query, where it actually sends the query to the database. So anyway, long story short, that was not a good idea. So many query errors that we now get to go and find a way to clean them up.
There you go. Maybe you should have Honey Badger. Honey Badger would take care of that for you.
That's not Honey Badger.
Honey Badger transforms you into a DevOps hero by combining error, uptime, and cron monitoring into a single, easy-to-use platform. Stop wasting your time tailing logs and deploy with Swagger. Visit honeybadger.io today to level up.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Honey Badger.
Thank you, Honey Badger. You know,
official sponsor of PHPUgly. Yes.
It'd be nice if there was like a Honey Badger for podcasts, because I heard there was a small issue with the edit last week.
Thank you for calling me out on that one.
Thank you to our Discord for calling us out on that one. Who was it that noticed that?
I do appreciate it. Actually, a couple people pinged me on it. And it was funny because
what did I miss?
I had gone for, I'll tell you here in a second. I'd gone for a drive and I was listening to it and I heard it. And I'm like, and what's worse? So what happened is the first time I released the podcast from last week, I forgot to put the Honey Badger ad in there. So as if that's not bad enough, and fortunately for us, we were okay, but our voices were in there. So like there was like the silence, just us going, okay. Thank you, Honey Badger. Oh, fucking God, Honey Badger. Oh, God, here we go. Finished. So, yeah.
I actually believe what we were saying was, I can't believe that they're giving us money for as poorly as we do on their ad rolls. We love you, Honey Badger, and we would do better if we could, but we absolutely can't.
They've been helping me out big time with my PHP Roundtable because I have them deployed a PHP Roundtable. Yeah, I've been migrating that application. So what happened yesterday? I forget what happened. Oh, I know what happened. Oh yeah, God, I really screwed up yesterday. I pushed something. I was making a change. The code that was in there, each field, like description, show notes, all that, there was an HTML version and a markdown version. And I'm like, screw all this. I'm just going to do the markdown version. So I've been stripping all that out. And I've pared it all down to just markdown. So I don't need HTML version. I just have markdown in there. And then I have a package from Spotty that actually converts it to HTML for me. But I had screwed up when I was making that conversion on one of the templates, which just blew up the whole site. And like I did a deployment in just exactly what we talked about I think it was like last week or the week before, I did a deployment and immediately got a page from Honey Badger saying, "Hey, you have an error on your website." I'm like, "Holy crap! What did I break?" And I go there and I'm getting a 500. I'm like, "God damn it!" So I figured. I mean, it was no big deal. I had forgotten to change a variable, so I was referencing a variable that wasn't being set in one of the templates, and it was easy to fix. But Honey Badger's been having my back on the migration of PHP Roundtable, and I have to give a big shout out. So a couple of people in our Discord, when I talked a couple weeks ago about, oh, look at that, PHP Roundtable stickers.
Ooh.
Oh, John's holding up PHP Roundtable stickers. What you got today? Oh, they're so pretty.
Die
Did you get
cut
this one?
and fancy.
What I didn't understand was this one.
Uh-oh. What
What
else
did
did I get?
you? What did,
It's the
That's
little
the tiny
ones.
ones.
It's the
But it's
tiny
a-
ones like these.
but it's a button. But it's a no. That wasn't a sticker.
What?
You got buttons
It's
or like pins.
Pins. Oh, is that what the pin looked like? Let me
Yeah,
see
you-
it again. Hold it up.
So you got the
That's
pin
not you
back.
idiot. Let me see
You
this.
got the pin back side, and it's upside down. Actually,
It's a circle. It can't be upside down. What are you
Yeah, I
talking
don't-
it can be when the pin is not in the center in the back. When the
I mean-
pin is not in the center, there is a top and bottom. Thank you very much.
That is creative problem creation.
Did you get the small stickers like this?
Yes, I did. Chill. I haven't gotten
Oh,
it
okay.
yet. Yeah,
All right.
I
I
got
forgot
the,
about the
we
pins.
got the small
Oh.
stickers.
I like the small stickers.
Now, what we
The
need to
small
do is
stickers.
get the little tiny Coke baggies and put one sticker in each baggie.
That's exactly
just-
what I was thinking about
Yeah.
doing.
Drop them around the conferences.
Have people come up to me and just like slide them to them. You know?
Yeah, keep it on the
I've
table.
I got a spare dime bag around somewhere.
But I was saying a couple weeks ago how I was using Nova on PHP Roundtable, and I was thinking about not doing that, and I was debating writing my own admin backend. So Sammy had an admin backend, but I had to go through it all, and I just didn't feel like doing that. So I throw Nova on there, but then I started thinking, well, if somebody ever wants to help me out with this code base, or if I ever want to open source it, I can't have Nova on there. So I wanted another solution. And quite a few people in our PHPUgly Discord at discord.phpugly.com, if you are curious, come and join the chat. I mean, it goes all show long and all week long, and we're all in there. But a few people in Discord suggested Filament, which is a admin interface built on the tall stack, which is Tailwind, Alpine.js, Laravel, and Livewire. So obviously, they know my what attracts me to a package. They had me at Livewire, right? So I go ahead and I install this, and it worked. It's working. I'm like, okay, I can do this, and I'm kind of fumbling my way through it and trying to figure things out. Then the creator and maintainer, one of the creators and one of the maintainers of the package, jumps into our Discord. It says, "Hey, I'm here. If you have any questions, let me know." So I've been pinging him all week. I'm like, "Hey, how do I do this? How do I do
And they're like,
that?"
"How do I get out of this Discord channel?
Yeah,
What did I get myself into?"
So
you'll
Dan is
notice that line
confused.
352 of the user license, it states explicitly that Eric cannot use this package.
So I told him today. I'm like, yesterday I pulled out all my Nova stuff, and now PHP Roundtable is being powered by Filament on the back end. It's cool, man. It works well. I got all the interfaces swapped out in like a couple of days, and I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah,
Awesome.
thank you, Dan. If you go to our Livewire channel in Discord. That's where him and I have been talking a lot, so you can kind of see our conversation down there. But yeah, that's
have too many channels.
I know, but what can I say, man? I don't think we really don't. Like any other Discord channel has like 30 or 40 channels, so
that's because people are weird.
What are we at? 7, 8? But not all as active.
Nah,
10.
Not really. SDPHP one is pretty gray there, Jen. Just saying. If you ever wanted something to do.
What do you want me to do? I'm barely making it to conferences. Like I want to go to Longhorn, but that's going to be a stretch. I'm not going to try and find somewhere for a local meetup currently. Stupid Delta variant.
Stupid Delta.
So I do have a PSA for all my PHP peeps out there. Anybody actually listening, this applies to anyone. It's fine. If you listen to the PHP Roundtable, the reboot of PHP Roundtable, we had Joe Ferguson on, and Joe is very much he's one of the organizers of open sourcing mental health.
Yep.
Which is what the PSA is. So it used to be OSMI, open source mental illness. They have officially changed their name to Open Source Mental Health, OSMI or OSMH. Yeah. So their Twitter handle
I like that.
has been updated.
That's smart. I like that.
Yeah. I think we all agree. Like once we heard, it's like, oh yeah, that makes a ton of sense. Very good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the Twitter handle now is OSMH Help. But it's same organization. Nothing else has changed. Everything's the same. They just changed the name. So that's your PSA for this week.
I got
Good
some
job,
other interesting open source stuff.
The
phpschool.io is the open source learning platform for PHP. They've got a bunch of stuff to teach you PHP for free.
Oh.
And they released their new workshop, which is PHP 8 Appreciate. It is an interactive workshop that goes.
Do you have to rhyme in your code?
No.
Okay, good. Because I'd be screwed.
Let me check. No. It walks you through a lot of the new features of PHP 8 and gives you examples and has you test out some stuff and gets you up to speed with what's going on, which I really like because the PHP 8 stuff is cool and I want to use it as soon as I can. So I'm going to be going through this this workshop course.
What was that URL again?
I was going to say, can you put that in Trello?
Yeah, I was going to grab it.
Yeah, phpschool.io.
There's so many things in PHP 8 that I can't wait to be able to use.
Well, I've been really enjoying short functions, which I know isn't PHP 8, but I've been doing a lot
more and more.
Well, I've been doing a lot of math for reporting, and using them in collection methods is just so simple and nice. Doing map, reduce, combine, filter, like all this stuff that I would normally spend, 10 for each loops to do one at a time. It's like now, no, I don't have to create the object I want to compare to because I can just reduce the same collection or map the same collection twice and compare the two maps together in one line. It's like, yeah, I have a nice dense 10-line block of code that if you're not familiar with collections and short functions would be almost impossible to read. But as soon as you understand short functions and get how they work, Like it's just the slickest little collection of stuff. I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, that's part of the problem is the readability and the understanding.
Well, I like the way that PHP has done it. I like the arrow function. You can't bracket it. You don't have the return. You can't do multiple operator comparisons. It's just boom, boom, boom. Simple stuff.
I'm sure we've talked about it before. Adam Wadman has a great ebook, Refactoring to Collections, that I often find myself turning arrays into collections so that you can use those functions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like the map, the reduce. I mean, PHP has some of them built in already, but a collection library has so many more options available to you. It's more
and the
fluent.
syntax.
Yeah.
The syntax for it, like array sum instead of just sum.
Mm-hmm.
The sum method on a collection is the same as array sum on an array, but it's cleaner looking. It's nicer. It's Now, we talked last week about generators. Did you know that there is a generator collection object in Laravel?
No, I did not.
Yeah, so if you instantiate a generator collection instead of a collection, then all of its looping functionality is based off of yields and generators instead of off of for each loops or off of the standard array for each loops.
How often, again, not being a Laravel developer, how often are you instantiating a collection? I thought Eloquent just returned a collection.
You can have it return a different type of collection. The return object can be changed, or you can convert a collection into a resource collection, or not a resource,
Generator collection.
generator collection. Yeah.
So how would you use? I guess I'm gonna have to look at that because I'm not sure how you would use the yields. I mean,
What
you still
you
have
want?
to
It's built into that collection, but if you already have a collection and you're converting it, it's already in memory. So what does that get you?
Right.
So iteration over large data sets in collections can be slow. The idea is that a resource collection,
Generator collection.
a generator collection will improve performance during the processing of large data sets.
Well, it also looks like this is kind of the logic behind their lazy collection as well.
Yes,
Are
I'm sorry.
generators.
That is what they call it.
Lazy collections. Yeah.
Lazy
Okay,
collections.
yeah. All right. Yeah, so that's now I understand the benefit to it. Now that you say that. The lazy collection, like Tom said, it's designed for huge data sets. The lazy collection handles that and loads it and everything. So loads
Only when you go to get it versus
right.
Okay.
Yeah. That is. I didn't realize that was what was powering.
You
the
confuse us.
lazy
You
collection.
confuse us with generator collection.
Yeah, they are generators, but it's not a generator collection,
Right?
Or it's not called generator collection. It's yeah. Good job, man. I like that. Always good to know.
So
working
related
on
to that,
Mhm.
I saw a very cool article called "The Evolution of a PHP Object Throughout the Years," and it starts in 5.6. And
Is that like the evolution
Whoa.
of dance?
Why did it start?
not nearly
They
as
should have
cool.
started at 4. That would have made this
Well-
much cooler.
It couldn't be 4
Why?
Why not?
because it's specifically about objects.
Oh, okay.
4 had objects.
4 did not have object-oriented programming.
Yes, they
It
did.
came in 5.
No, it did not.
Did it?
That was in 5.2 was officially supported.
PHP 4 had objects. Your constructor was the name of the class. So
Okay.
they had objects.
So we've explained already why they didn't start at 4.
But it could have. You can see the evolution of, hey, look how stupid we were back in 4 and how we've improved to now. Stop it.
Well, this is an
4 had
interesting.
objects.
It's a very simple DTO with 3 immutable parameters, and they're made immutable by being private.
I
Private
see that
parameters.
Now. Yeah.
Without
So
setters.
you can't access them. You can't access them directly, and then it creates the setters for each one.
Getters.
It creates the getters. Yeah, it creates the getters for each one of these 3. So it comes in at 70 lines or something like that. PHP 7 introduced some type hinting stuff. Gave it some intersection types for that that type setting.
So you were able to get rid of the doc block around the parameters into the constructor.
Right. And then we got nullable in 7.1. We got nullable types. So if you didn't have a published at date for your blog article, you could say, well, this might return null by adding a question mark in front of the type cast. And then it sort of skips over 7.2 and 7.3 and gets into 7.4 with typed properties.
Now
huge. The property itself is typed.
I see that. Yeah.
You can do some very interesting stuff with type properties. It can return an object type and all sorts of stuff. But then 8 gives us promoted properties, as well as trailing commas in argument declarations.
It's funny we say that like that. That's a feature. It's like, wait, do we not have trailing commas? Like, no, I guess we didn't. But yeah,
we do have. We do for arrays, but we just don't for
arrays, right?
For methods. So now that's in methods. Simple little change, but then we get down to 8.1, which adds 8.1 adds the read-only properties, as well as newable in constructors or in arguments. You can have a new, published at equals new date time immutable, stuff like that. So this 70 line thing.
They're not showing that in this example. So
not in
was
this
that
example. 8.1? That's 8.1. But this example is now 8 lines of code instead of 70 lines of code.
You get rid of all the doc blocks, all the boilerplate declaring what your variables are going to be. Fascinating.
Yeah, it is quite interesting. It makes creating data transfer objects seem extraordinarily simple now.
Yeah.
I mean, like you can define if it has a getter and setter based off of the visibility and the mutability in the constructor.
So if you set it in the constructor as public without the read-only, it provides a getter and a setter?
Well, but you can access the variable directly, which means
that's
you have
true.
a getter
That's
and
true.
setter.
That's true.
That
was stupid.
Right. So if it was private but not read-only, then you could not do anything to it from outside, but you could edit it from inside. So you could create a setter. But if it's public and not read-only, you can get and set.
True. Yeah, that was stupid. It's not creating the methods for you. You just have access to the variable because it's on the object.
Right. And of course, it is because it's got the type hinting on the variable itself. You actually have a getter and a setter that is type strict as well. So very cool stuff.
That would have been a good one to share your browser on. Yeah,
would have been. Can't do that right now though. Nothing works correctly.
Oh, do we have problems?
I've always got problems.
Not on this show.
I've been working on math all week. My brain is fried. I'm doing calculations for standard deviation, which is
really You're doing
Yeah.
calculus in code?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's not too hard. It's you have a variance that starts at 0.0, and you iterate over your collection of values and increase the variance by the power of the iteration minus the average squared. And then you square root
Oh,
the
yeah, that's nothing.
variance. Yeah, and then you square root the variance divided by the number of items in the collection.
Are you coming up with the equations, or did somebody
No.
say, here's what you need to
God, I
do,
hope
and you
not.
just need to code it?
God, no. No way. I am just taking this straight off of Stack Overflow.
You don't have somebody like that's giving you the task saying, here's how it needs to work?
So I have a worksheet from one of our analytics companies that says how they calculate standard deviation, or it's how they calculate a trend, a moving trend, which is the mean balance over the first 15 days minus the mean balance over the last 15 days divided by the standard deviation of the total period.
Are you trying to put our listeners to sleep? I'm confused.
Oh,
What's
God.
happening here?
Put me to
I've been on
sleep.
this. I've been on this all week. It is eye blurring. It is bad, but I'm done with it. Now I just have to write tests for it.
I've had my own math fun
Yeah.
this week. Yeah, I logged into my what am I trying to say? Not my health insurance, my medical place, and my bills are paid off from my last heart attack. I'm so excited.
Right.
This is the final month.
Don't
Finally
get too
done.
excited, though, because, that's what got you in there the first time.
Second time.
Just keep it down. Jeez.
The first one was paid off. Second one happened. Let's not have a third one. That'd be good.
Yeah, let's try not to do that. Hey, John, buddy.
There.
I know we're talking about Longhorn, and I don't know if we're encouraging people, but we're excited that Longhorn is having an in-person conference and going to make an effort to get there. I'm being guilty. I found out on PHP Roundtable that not only is Joe Ferguson speaking at Longhorn, but Sarah Coleman's speaking at Longhorn as well.
Yes, I saw that.
So
is friend of the show Andy Snell.
And Taylor.
I might not be going.
What?
What
happened? That's not even the conversation I wanted to have, but what's going on?
You were the only one of us that was definitely going.
I know, and the Delta variant situation in Texas is not great.
Yes, luckily it's 2 months away, so I'm hoping things change.
Yeah.
It's Texas and Florida. I've given up on those two. They're like dying appendages on this country right now.
It's
The way
weird. It's
they're being
real.
ran.
It's rough. And I know people who've had the shot and gotten the variant, and
It's a very
they're not
small percentage, and you only get sick. Don't me. I'm following the numbers.
I
So
am not.
There you go. Yes, you can still get it even if you're vaccinated. It's a small percentage of vaccinated people who still get it. And when even those people who get it, it's like less than 1% who actually like.
Well, from my understanding,
dying.
Yeah, from my understanding, it's a bad couple days. If you've got the vaccine and you get the Delta variant, you have a bad couple days. My issue is I have 3 people in my house who are immunocompromised.
Well,
so
that's
that's different. That makes sense.
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't really mind.
Or you say, I have to go, and then I have to quarantine for a couple weeks. When I get back, leave me alone.
Or you just live in Texas. You don't really
Which-
like Colorado. Listen, your Colorado was a governor or crazy lady there in Colorado is just as crazy
Oh,
as the
good
Texas
Lord.
people. So
No, she's not.
You're
She's not part
good.
of my district. She's got her own district. She can go be crazy elsewhere. She is nuts.
Well, I hope you can make it. Like John said, it's still a few months away. I think we need to commit here, like in the next month, if we're going to get plane tickets and hotel and all that.
Yeah,
But
I'm watching
yeah.
the numbers.
See, you have immunocompromised. I have little kids that can't get vaccinated, so I can't bring something back to them.
Sarah's
Yeah, but they
Sarah's
bounce right
calling us
back.
out.
Kids are tough.
Yeah.
You let them play
No.
with dirt, right?
No.
Go out there,
They
roll
are
around.
they are
pick dirt.
they are hermetically sealed every day. No, my kids are filthy.
So, anyways, where I was going with that is I'm hoping to go to Longhorn. That is my intention. We'll see how this whole Delta variants go. I have a little bit more freedom offered to me because, you know, I'm an adult and I can make my own decisions. Not saying anything bad about you two. Not calling you two out. I'm just saying I'm an adult. But
With adult
what I was
kids.
Gonna say, John, what I was going to say, John, is I think you and I need to commit to going to Black Hat next year. Black Hat is going on currently.
In Vegas.
And yes, in Vegas, which I haven't been to Vegas in like years now. And I've always wanted to go to Black Hat, and I just never have. And we should go to Black Hat next year, John.
Wait,
Sure.
I'm thinking of DEF CON. Why are you thinking of Black Hat instead of DEF CON?
What's drawing you to Black Hat other than it's Vegas and you want to go?
Vegas
I don't
and
know that
security. We're doing a lot.
No,
of
I don't know that it's
security stuff.
Vegas.
Black Hat's in Vegas, isn't it? Yeah, it's at the Bay. Yeah, it's in Vegas. I mean, I'll go to DEF CON too. DEF CON scares me. I'll go to DEF CON though. I mean, I'll go to DEF CON, but I'm not going to have my phone on me. I'm not going to take a laptop with me.
Nope.
I'm not going to have any credit cards on me. I'm not just. I'm going to just go there in like a loincloth or something, like a caveman, and just walk around. I don't trust anybody.
Hey, Eric, you got a vulnerability in the back of your loincloth.
Okay.
So you're leaking data.
I'd go to DEF CON too, but Black Hat or DEF CON, either one. I mean, Black Hat is a little bit more company focused, like professional focus.
I would go to DEF CON just to play Spot the Fed. Because that's one of the games.
I don't even know if that's still something they do.
Oh, every year.
So many.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, every year they Spot the Fed. It's a cargo shorts, Hawaiian shirt, and a crew cut.
Huh.
Well,
obviously I don't pay enough attention.
Everybody can wear that.
I'm game. I'll do it.
I'll do it. I look like a Fed. I can look like a Fed.
You
definitely
do.
look like a Fed. Yeah.
Can we have the earpiece?
100%. How else are we going to do it?
Have the drone following behind you.
Oh, you wish you could go to Longhorn. Why can't you go to Longhorn? The only way to go to DEF CON safely is to summon the demon from the underworld to go on your behalf. Well, Tom said he wouldn't go, so.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
John's coming up with some good titles.
Are we got titles going? That's awesome. John, are you sending your titles?
He did one. The Detective Loincloth would be a good one too.
I don't know about that.
come up with a thumbnail for that one. It'll be good. I got a question for you guys. Since you guys are just full of content this week, and I do.
I thought we've had some good conversations so far, but
we have.
I
hope to continue it because I
just got rid of my content shortly before the show started.
I ran into something this week, and I fixed it. And then I started second guessing myself. So I'm working on a project. They want to chat. They want to chat, and I'm like, hey, I could build a chat with Livewire. That's no big deal. And I'm like building the stuff out, and I'm figuring everything out. And I'm trying to figure out how to best handle notifying when messages have been read. And I'm like doing some research, and I come across a package, and I'm like, the code was like very, like the database schema was very close to what I had. I'm like, well, shit, there's a package here. I basically already have the database schema. Let me go and deploy this package because it's falling right in line with the code I'm working on. So I saw it. It's called a. Matter of fact, let me add this to Trello. I hadn't anticipated doing this, but I will do it. It's called Chatify, and I even believe it is. I believe it's Livewire as well. Actually, of course, it would be Livewire. I think that's how I stumbled onto it. And so I install the package, and then I'm going back through and I'm making my modifications, my customizations to it, so that it looks like it belongs on the site, and I can like tell the client that I actually did all that coding. No, I mean, so it looks great on the site. But I'm like, I'm going through the code, and for whatever reason, the HTML, the templates, they don't have like HTML tags, head tags, body tags. It's just all code. I'm like, that's weird. I'm like, he must be doing something, like he must be adding it in his class, because it all renders fine. I never bothered to look at source. It was all rendering fine. So I was like start deep diving the code. I'm like, I can't find out where this guy's adding the head and body tags. Now the head and body code is there, just no tags. So I just, I'm like, let me look at the source code of the page when it loads, and there's no head or body tags. Is there ever a reason for that? Like, is there like something about that I'm missing? Because I added them, and the page still renders perfectly fine, but I can't figure out why they weren't there.
Well, if you're going to embed it in another page, then you don't want head and body tags.
But it has the HTML opening and closing tag, right?
No,
so it's different.
It didn't have that. It didn't have the HTML opening and closing, and it's loading its own CSS. It's like loading CSS and stuff like that you normally put in the head. It's just the head tag's not there.
Yeah, it's probably just for easy embedding.
Yeah. Because you don't need CSS to be in the head.
Yeah, that's just a practice for performance reasons.
Oh.
It's if you don't have the CSS in the head, then what you'll have is the page re-renders once the CSS is successfully downloaded later on. So it'll repaint the canvas, which you don't want happening for performance reasons. But if you put the CSS just elsewhere or the JavaScript just elsewhere, it'll still work.
But to my point, to what I was saying earlier, it didn't even have the HTML tags either. But that would also be
same thing. Exactly. Yeah. But now I have questions about for a chat thing, why Livewire isn't the best option for that, right? Because isn't that just
absolutely
polling?
Is. Wait. Don't ever say
I'm asking a real
question. Don't
question.
ever say those words. Ever say those words. Yes, it's the right one. No, I'm sorry. What's your question?
So doesn't Livewire work by polling? So if Livewire polls now and then a new message comes in, you're not going to know about it until it polls again, versus being
Now, to be clear,
notified
you're
that
saying
there's an error.
You're saying polling POLLING, not PULL.
Poll, yes, POLLING.
Yes.
Or pulling,
that-
same thing in this case. It's the JavaScript reaching back to the server saying, hey, is there anything new? And there is a delay in there. And I don't know how often Livewire is saying, hey, is there something new? And at scale, how does that work?
You set that rate in the Livewire object.
So let's see.
Michael Dorinda, how does event broadcasting work? How does it get from the server back to the
Why don't you
WebSocket,
let me
baby?
answer?
browser?
You asked me the question. Why don't you let me answer the question? I already put the
Michael Dorinda,
Michael Dorinda,
Michael,
can you
how does
post
this
that in
work?
the-
thing. Freaking-
It's very interesting. I'd actually like to hear a lot more about this. Laravel Echo. Okay, so that's the node.
Yeah, look, that's the
Program.
link I put in there. I put that link. Fucking Dorinda. You don't need to put
Eric's
the link
working on
back in
his
there.
first heart attack now. He's turning red.
Listen, like, everybody gives me shit for talking over and interrupting people. When I try to let them talk, they end up asking other people the question and don't even give me a chance to reply.
No, okay, Eric. No, seriously,
Yes,
how does
John.
this? How does this work?
That is an excellent question, John. And yes, you would normally be correct. Livewire works off a polling mechanism, but Livewire also has integration into Laravel Echo, which is the Java synchronous Java thing that they do with Pusher. So you add this Echo component, this Laravel Echo component to your Livewire, and you're getting everything in real time.
Sorry, Sarah's killing me.
Oh my god. People are driving me crazy. Yes.
All right.
Livewire
So Laravel
has
Echo is
Laravel
going
Echo.
through Pusher.
Laravel
going
Echo
through-
goes to Pusher. Yes. Yes. that's
Okay.
correct.
All
So
right.
it's cool because even it does the whole when the other person starts typing, you see the typing, you see that they're active and they're typing and all that other stuff. So it's very, very good. So yes.
Okay. I was going to ask why Livewire versus using something like Firebase, where you get that real time, but you're using Pusher to get that same WebSocket connection
Correct.
via Pusher at that moment.
That's correct. Yep.
Okay,
Using
that's
Laravel
the part I was missing.
So Livewire again is always the right answer.
Laravel Echo does contain a server component if you want to run a node server on your own. So you don't necessarily have to go through Pusher. You can do WebSockets through Node.
Yeah, that's true. The client and there are other services you can use. The client specifically asks for Pusher, which Pusher is one of the easiest ones to use with Laravel.
Yeah.
So
did you guys?
I'm sorry, I'm going back to that one more time. So you're saying you're running your own Node server, but then you're responsible for maintaining all these WebSocket connections to a server that you need to make sure you have scalability on.
Right. That's correct.
Thank you, Michael Dorinda, for answering our question.
You guys
Sorry,
following?
I had to.
You guys following Tron Gate at all?
No.
Yes, you were.
Don't put your thumb up. You didn't do anything. What you did is help annoy me. Tron Gate. Wait, how am I following that? I don't even know what that is.
It was
Tron
on.
Gate.
It was in Discord.
It's a lengthy conversation.
Oh,
Actually,
You-
no,
you
this one was
respond-
in- this. So this was in Slack
I wasn't a
as
Slack.
well as Discord.
I was gonna say
believe.
we talked about it. You responded to it, Eric.
Yeah,
Hey,
we did
that-
do this one in Slack.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I didn't have
Anyway,
a
Tron Gate. Go ahead.
What is a Tron Gate?
So Tron Gate is not the controversy around Tron. it is the controversy around Tron Gate, because that is what he's called this new framework. Former developer of
that is that who that is?
David Connolly. A quick quote from the Slack channel. I guess that David Connolly chap is a bit of an ass.
Don't be calling our people out like that. Come on, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you got to see it.
I think it was Frank that said the first comment on this Reddit post sums it up well.
Right.
And that's what
so
I read.
The first comment on the Reddit post, because it was announced on Reddit, Tron Gate is ready to drop. And the first comment sort of goes through the Tron Gate website, trongate.io, and throws its hands up in the air after finding, let's say, 15 significantly horrible ideas, and says, I can't keep reading this. I've got too much other shit to deal with. It's pointless. So the quotes here: no command line, no git, no composer.far, no YAML, no packagist. This is features of Tron Gate, the framework.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why you wouldn't want any of those things. Those things are all helpful and good. Simply download the free Tron Gate desktop application. So proprietary application to install this framework. Then it self-updates, another industry first, which that is, I mean, you guys know, is not an industry first. Lots of stuff self-updates.
Windows all the time.
Yeah, it asks you if it's okay to update. Apparently, this one does not ask. Tron Gate is also the first PHP framework.
We don't need to go through and tear this guy a new one. I mean, they can go to the Reddit thread. I mean, so honestly, when I saw this come across on Slack, I didn't look that closely at it. I literally clicked on the YouTube link. I watched the guy. He never seemed to get to explaining to what it was. I lost interest and moved on. I didn't really care about it. Reading this thread, listen, I don't want to knock somebody who puts a lot of time and effort in developing packages and them not be liked. But yes,
I don't normally.
I agree. I think this, and if we want to have a higher level conversation about some of these decisions, we can. But we don't need to pick this guy's.
So
package
let's start with the core concept of reinventing the wheel, and how as developers, not only do we
do it all the time.
Not only do we not want to reinvent the wheel, it's considered bad practice to reinvent the wheel. You don't write your own crypto libraries for a very good reason. This is all of that. No framework-specific libraries. The whole thing is written from scratch. No template engines, no unit testing, ORMs, migrations, or service containers. So, like, he's just trying to reinvent every single thing in the framework concept, and with no explanation to why, as anyone can get. So, like, why does he want to replace Packagist? Why does he think Packagist is bad and needs to be replaced? Never says a single time, like, why. And from the story that I read, he was lead on one of the big projects. I want to say it was either Zend or it was Code Igniter. And when they transitioned to a new structure, he did not get put in charge of the project and got very angry and quit.
Oh, that sounds like Zen. Then, if that was the case, I don't know what you're talking about, but as far as like a structure change, because Zen went through the whole. Good.
Yeah, let me look it up because that seems to be a core. Yeah, it seems to be a core part of why he's abandoned everything to do with how PHP is done.
Yeah.
So it was shared that within the GitHub, one of the commit messages is, I totally know what I'm doing. on one of the very main files. It's funny.
So now it's not that this is exactly the same thing, but I will say, if I remember a certain framework when it was picking up a lot of steam by the name of Laravel, coming under a lot of criticism for the decisions that they were making as well, or Taylor was making as well, which has proven over time that if they weren't right decisions then, he righted the ship at some point. But
that's a fair point. It's hard with open source. In this specific commit, you can see that they merged something in but didn't resolve the conflicts and then pushed it up. So this whole commit is removing the merge conflict issues. It's funny.
Well, and I mean, it's Laravel was always stated as the framework for artisans, whereas this appears to be the framework for very angry people who hate PHP.
Is this an open source project?
Yes. Well, I'm assuming because the code is out there. But I don't understand that. I don't understand the desktop app portion of it.
I'm not seeing a repo. Where's the GitHub repo? Oh, here it is.
It is David J. Connolly / Tron Gate -framework. The README is 2 lines.
The license is,
well, you're on a wide monitor.
So README, the current README on master is every time somebody gives the Tron Gate framework a star on GitHub, middle managers and self-appointed PHP aficionados start crying like babies.
Oh, God.
So I don't understand why you would develop a PHP framework if you hate PHP so much. I mean, it really seems...
We shall make PHP great again.
Oh, shit, that is it. Oh, shit.
Give Tron Gate a star on GitHub, and together we shall make PHP great again.
Oh, God. It's...
Okay.
That is terrifying.
Like Eric said, we don't need to tear him a new one.
Kind of looks like we do. He wrote his own copyright license.
What do you mean? He uses MIT, right?
Yeah, and then he modified it. So it's not the MIT license.
Well, how do you modify? Oh, how do you know he modified it? Yeah, he added
there's a change log to it.
Yeah, he added his author information. And
I see. It's just versions numbers. Yeah. Oh, whatever. He's got executables for Mac, Windows, and Linux. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah, but apparently it's 8 times faster than Lumen.
So Lumen was in.
Yeah, it's faster than like Lumen. No, Zend is
Lumen.
No, Lumen is the Laravel one.
Oh, you're right. Zen is it starts with an L as well. God, what the hell is it called? What's the new? Oh, Jesus, make me look this up. Luminous or something, or
Laminos.
Yeah.
He misspelled.
I'm sorry, I'm not listening.
Yeah, he misspelled Lumen.
Thanks, Frank.
In his misspelled Lumen in his benchmark.
All right.
God,
are we still talking about this, or can we move on?
Some of this,
some
of this sounds like if I were to try and write my own framework. No insane frequent rewrites. While they, quote unquote, rewrite their frameworks, we rewrite history. Yeah, you can't put they in quotes like that. That does not mean what you think it does.
My kids can put anything in quotes, thank you. And when I say they can put anything, I mean they can put anything in quotes. they think they've learned the art of being sarcastic.
Sarcasm.
So they will repeat everything and then put quotes around it, or air quotes around it. That was fun.
All right, Eric, you wanted the topic to end. Now what?
Oh, I don't know, Tom. Where we at?
Yeah, you'll notice that his benchmark does not contain Falcon benchmarks in it.
Falcon is fast as hell. Is Kevin in there talking about Falcon?
Yeah,
Kevin,
you know that.
Kevin did a presentation for us here in San Diego at when we used to have when Tom used to care about when John used to care about the community. We had a SDPHP meetup. Kevin did a presentation on Falcon, and Falcon is fast as fuck.
Yeah.
Holy crap, Falcon's fast.
Here's how fast it is. That presentation, 48 seconds.
He was clicking around. I'm like, is he waiting to start? What's this? What's he clicking on? It was the site. It was the site he was clicking on. I'm like, Jesus God. I'm sure it was all local. I mean, I'm sure, but God, it was quick.
I have a question for you guys.
Slow.
Lean on us, Sean.
Do you have experience when you're working with workers that hit an external API and how to deal with rate limits?
Yeah, you do incremental retry delays.
I do that. I didn't know if there was anything more to it.
Well, so here's what I've done in the past. I call them and tell them that I'm giving them money, and I'd like to keep giving them money, but I'm hitting rate limits. And usually that takes about 12 hours to fix.
I will try that, but I don't think HubSpot cares. They've got plenty of money.
There are usually ways of extending rate limit values for customers.
I am sure I am being inefficient, although it's hard because we've got so many members and we have to hit different portals on HubSpot. So maybe there is something to that. My current solution is we do that. We set a delay. It's usually a random between 10 minutes and an hour or something so that it kind of spreads it out.
Oy!
What?
An hour delay on a job.
I had yesterday, there were 750,000 jobs in the queue. And because we had so many workers trying to process the jobs at once, we kept hitting the rate limit and then just putting them back into the queue. Try again in 10 minutes or 20 minutes or an hour. So it's a way to spread it out. And
you could rate limit your workers.
That's what I ended up doing. Was right now we have this concept of a worker can process jobs for what it's responsible for. So we can say we use Beanstalk. So this tube has 5 workers, but if there's no work in that tube, it can work on other crap. It can work on anything else. So we call them shared workers. The problem is you've got over 100 workers that say, hey, I've got nothing else to do. I'm going to work on these HubSpot, but now it floods HubSpot with requests all at once. So now I've taken that approach where, okay, none of the shared workers can work on this particular tube. It can only be what I've assigned. So it's going to be slower, but we'll eventually catch up.
I think Laravel has a built-in way of doing this. I know you're not using Laravel.
It does.
But
hey,
Laravel,
it's been 24 hours and I'm down to 400,000 jobs instead of 750.
Yikes.
Holy crap, dude.
Yikes. How are you tracking job failures?
Don't ask me that. I don't want to embarrass myself.
Oh boy.
Hey,
So right now,
never
right
notify,
now,
they don't happen.
exactly. That's kind of the point. I mean, it gets notified into a database table, but if nobody goes and looks at it, it's never happened.
Exactly.
Right now, I write to a table to say, here's why the failure happened. It gets put back into the queue with a random delay and a message saying we hit a API rate limit. Try again in the future. But that's the extent of it.
So what did HubSpot say when you asked about rate limits?
Oh, we haven't asked because their rate limits are well documented, and we just assumed that we were stuck with those.
Well, you saw that there's a difference between an OAuth rate limit and an API key rate limit.
Yeah, but I mean, if
using
it's triggering if it's triggering on their side, then they know what rate limit applies to him.
Yeah, it's not API key. It's all OAuth based.
See,
but you get it. You get a team. Go ahead.
You're limited to 100 every 10 seconds.
I've got 750,000 jobs in the queue. I hit that 10-second.
And based on the conjecture we talked about earlier, you can get that down to 421 like in no time. Just
I hit that
by 3.
that 10-second rate limit. Tom? I hit all the time.
What are you trying to figure out, Tom?
Well, I'm trying to figure out how long this is actually going to take him. At full rate limit, 750,000 divided by 60 gives us 12,000.
He did all this math over this whole week, so now he thinks he's a math wizard, and he's like,
Good God, hunting here.
Oh, it turns out I'm not a math wizard. Should be done in 2 hours. I don't know what you've done wrong.
I haven't done anything wrong other than we keep adding more stuff to the queue.
All right, Rayman, can we move on? Do we have anything else to talk about?
Yes.
I guess.
I was trying to share. That's all.
To appreciate the effort there, John.
Make myself look bad. Make myself look bad, but that's okay. That's what I do.
John and I saw each other for the first time in almost 2 years.
And we hugged.
I tried to avoid him. I avoided him for as long as I could. Then he back.
I went to his house and he avoided me. So,
well, yeah.
But yes, we hugged. We physically touched. Probably we lingered a little longer than we should have. There was some groping, but I didn't mind.
Nobody else around minded either. They kind of stared. But yeah, we co-worked from a restaurant for a few hours. It was nice.
I don't know if it's because I haven't used my laptop in so long. I did take my laptop with me, and or what was going on, but like the battery life on my laptop was, I mean, within a couple hours, we were both down, under 10%. Where I remember, like
an M1.
I seem to have in my head, like I used to go like 3-4 hours before I even worried about plugging in. But maybe I was wrong. I don't know. It was weird. God,
we were more
one conversation.
We were more accustomed to co-working, so we found power a little more quickly, maybe.
That's true. Like usually one of us was plugged in, and then we just start passing back the adapter based on who was running low. So maybe that was the difference was.
And I think not having it open, probably had Dropbox or something running.
Mm-hmm.
I have your fix for you there, John.
I'm sure our listeners appreciate you doing this and not sharing your screen.
They have a batch API.
I know about the batch API. It's more of a pain in the butt to implement.
All right.
I've got separate jobs. How do I combine the data from separate jobs? It's not as easy as you make it sound.
Yeah, have your queue worker fetch 10 at once instead of 1 at once, and then combine the data into the batch.
Yeah. Okay, I'll let you write it for me. my queue runner I wrote years ago, and it's crap. People have
I'll
made
replace
it
it
way.
with Laravel Horizon.
People have made it way better, and it's way better than it was, but it's still crap. All right, we're done. This has been long.
We're not done.
Yeah, it has.
This is not.
We got a
long.
new we have
That
a new subscriber,
a new
new
patron.
a new
Fucking
YouTube
Steve.
subscriber. Don't fucking get me started on fucking Steve and our fucking new Patreon.
Oh,
Fucking Steve. We like fucking Steve. No, whoa,
He's got
that
his- he's got his own.
That was terrible. What was that?
Can we clip that, please? Clip it.
He's got his own emoticon in the Discord channel.
He does. He seems to enjoy it. So, yes, Steve. Steve is our new Patreon. We do appreciate it. And Steve's been doing a lot of streaming himself. He'll so check out his YouTube channel. I think he's been doing some Go stuff lately. I don't pay that much attention to him. He kind of annoys me. No, just kidding. I can't be mad. I don't even know if we can keep calling him fucking Steve anymore.
Oh, 100%.
He's a Patreon supporter. I feel bad.
No, you don't. He embraced it. That's
Alright.
awesome. How many people
He
embrace
did.
stuff like that?
Yeah. Well, we'll see what our Twitter looks like after my conversation about Tron Gate.
Well, I told you guys I believe I said it in Discord. Yeah, I did say it in Discord. After I released the PHP Roundtable that weekend, it was either Saturday or Sunday. I don't remember now. I sit down at my computer in the morning, and like my Twitter account, my Twitter account had like 20 or 30 notifications, which is like a crazy amount of notifications for me. I mean, I've never had that much. And the first thing I said to myself is I was like, oh crap, what did I see on PHPUgly that has everybody pissed off? And then I looked at it and everybody was like talking about PHP Roundtable and you know, saying good things, which I don't know how to handle that. I don't know what to do. I think they're going to try to do something. Nobody's nice to me. It was weird. But we got somebody else following us. What's that? Why do we have the? That's cool. Somebody else followed us on YouTube. But yeah, a ton of feedback from the PHP Roundtable release from people just giving just positive feedback. And if you haven't caught it, you really should go listen to it. Sarah
Stuff like put a
Goldman
shirt
was
on
there.
That's our word. You can't say that word.
Been in our Discord tonight. She was giving us a hard time for recording so late, and Joe Ferguson was were on as well. But if you didn't catch it, the other thing I hadn't shared with everybody, I was kind of playing close to the chest, is that yes, I was working with Sammy. Yes, we were rebooting PHP Roundtable, but Sammy is no longer going to be a part of it. It's a decision he made, and believe me, I did everything I could to keep him involved. But he has his own path he's on right now. He even shared with me that he had initiated the process, or I think he shared it on the show. So I don't think I'm having a personal conversation. He had initiated the process of starting PHP Roundtable himself a couple times, and just wasn't feeling right. And that's when he decided to reach out to me and ask me if I would take it over. And he wanted to hand everything over to me, which he did. So I wasn't being deceitful in saying that he wasn't going to be involved. And I still hope he does stay involved. I think after Sarah and Joe sat with him, I felt that he was getting back into the groove, but Sammy is always such a positive person. It's hard, I don't know, but he seemed to be connecting, but he's not going to, he's not going to be there as of right now. The plan is he won't be He won't be doing. It'll just be me.
He's passing the baton.
I'm the new steward. Yeah.
He wanted to see it continue, and he picked the perfect person.
So, I don't know about that. I think he made a grave mistake.
No.
But he doesn't worry about it.
You didn't let him finish. He picked the perfect person. That person declined, so he chose Eric.
That is not what I said at all.
So yeah, we're working on panel. Matter of fact, I have the panels I'm working on. The next couple panels. If you go to the PHP Roundtable website, if you scroll down to the right-hand side, it talks about upcoming panels. So those are panels I'm working on. And the first panel you may see is a Laravel panel. Taylor's already committed to being on it. Matt's already committed to being on it. I'm reaching out to a few more people. That will probably be the next panel.
Okay, so my invite is in the mail.
Well, you're in there. I've already reached out to some other people in our Discord. I might add, there is a panel specifically around PHP podcasting, PHP podcasters. So I think that one's going to actually be like in my head. It's going to be a lot of fun. Like,
yeah,
I'm planning on getting a lot of people on this one. And hopefully we can just, give each other shit. The problem is, like, I represent like a third of all the PHP podcasts right now.
So you're going to be talking to yourself? Are you going to be in the stream 3 times?
Exactly. I'm just going to...
Quick math. Let me check. 1, 2, 3.
That's quick.
Are you counting the Laravel podcast?
Lair chat?
The
Laravel Live.
Chat.
Yeah. So
not quite a third. I think you're a third of the regular publications.
You might not be wrong on that. Like, we released this. I mean, we're pretty consistent on this. So, yeah, you might not be wrong. Between this and PHP Architect, I don't know. I mean, PHP Architect is two podcasts a month. This is around 4, and yeah, I don't know. Anyways,
oh boy,
I want to get. I might bump that PHP podcaster one up, but I think I don't know. I really want to get this PHP organizers one going as well. And then Sarah had a great idea for a roundtable, where she says if we can schedule it around the beginning of the year, it would be a good time to have a roundtable around RFCs for internals. So talk about some of the RFCs being discussed and try to encourage people who might be talking about submitting RFCs to get them submitted, because that's like the time frame that they really need to be submitted. So I'm super excited about that one, because that's just like, that's talking about the future of PHP. I mean, literally what's going in PHP. So I'm going to be adding that one to the list as well. But yeah, exciting stuff. I just, I'm trying not to push myself too hard on it right now. I'm just trying to keep it very casual, sending out invites, starting to have conversations with people. I not been doing that until we got the reboot release, so I'm kind of behind right now. I don't have them kind of stacked up like I like to have, but I'll start reaching out to people, and whatever ones come together will come together, and we'll release them. And I have about 3 or 4 more that. So this only shows the 5. So thanks to Filament, Dan, and the Filament package, I'm able to start putting together my concepts and start the planning phase for all the different panels I want to do. So I probably have, I don't know, I have more than 5. These are just the first 5 I put into the database. So yeah, fun stuff coming up to PHP Roundtable.
This is nightmare.
Oh, and Joe says, so Joe Ferguson is going to Longhorn. He's a speaker at Longhorn. He's, like I said, he's also one of the volunteers for OSMH. He says that he will be taking the PHP Roundtable elephants that he has left with him to Texas, to Austin, but they've been selling like
$75 each.
I think $75.
No.
I don't think that sounds like high. No, $30. $30.
I think they're more than 30.
No, I'm looking at it. It's $30. I'm on the site right now. So they're
It's
$30
like
now.
$35 for us to order ours.
When we I think when you're at Longhorn, I can see the price going up to $55, $60. I'm just saying, you don't have to do shipping, but no, I'm just kidding, people. Joe's too nice to do that. But he is running out. So that's my point. We saw when we did the relaunch, a couple people ordered a few, and actually, I think Steve actually ordered one before we did the relaunch. Like he didn't even know about the relaunch, and he must have ordered one because he had one like the day before we recorded. So that was just good timing on his part. But the elephants are starting to get ordered again. So if you want one, you may want to order one because when they're gone, they may be gone.
I got one up there.
Yes, you do.
It's a little blurry, but he's up there.
Okay, right here. I found out. Oh, so talking to Sarah, remember how I told you my buddy at Facebook sent me the HHVM elephant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so when I had all my elephants at the DAO offices, and when COVID hit and we decided to shut down the office, I had to go in there and I packed everything up. We actually rented a storage unit. So all my elephants are in the storage unit. I went and got this guy. But I was talking about the HHVM one, and she was actually surprised. She's like, how the hell do you have one of these? Like, these are like precious, they're only a fine amount of these in the wild, and very few people have them. So I was actually very excited about the fact that I had.
Didn't you have multiple and you gave one away?
No, I just had the one. My buddy at Facebook, just.
That's right.
I worked with for a long time. A great guy, one of the smartest developers I know, including present company.
Okay. Yeah. right here.
He and it's not like we talk all the time. He just calls me up out of the blue, or he messages me out of the blue one day. He's like, "Hey, didn't you do PHP?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, matter of fact, I do it for a living now. I created a company, and we're all PHP developers, and that's what he goes. He goes, "Oh, great, that's great."
Didn't mention the podcast.
He's like, I think I did actually. He goes, "I got this PHP elephant at my desk. Do you want it?" I'm like, "What's it look like?" And he sends me the picture. I'm like, yes, I want it.
Yes.
Get me 7. But no.
I did ask him. No, I did. I'm like, hey, if you can get your hands on more, I'll take them off your hands. He's like, I don't even know where the hell these things came from. I just wanted it out of my desk. I'm like, all right, dude.
If you ever want to see Eric in a moment of pure carnal pleasure, get yourself a custom Batman PHP elephant and give it to him.
Oh, geez.
It'll hit too many neurons. He'll fall over and just shake for a while.
That would actually be a good PHPUgly elephant to have, a Batman themed PHPUgly elephant.
Yeah, then we could get sued by one of the biggest companies in the world.
I tell you, I had the Wave PHP elephant all planned out. We had it named. I had the colors picked and everything, but it takes too long. It's too expensive.
Was it wavy?
No,
sandy.
It was sandy.
It is. It's like minimum orders of like 200, and the original design is by one guy, so you have to go through him for the manufacturer.
Yeah,
right?
it takes a long. It's like a long lead time. It takes like you have to order them like a year in advance to get them.
Yeah.
By the way, fun fact, and I forget what the name is, and I'm going to get yelled at. Hopefully, Sarah's going to bed. Sarah, have you gone to bed? Yeah, Sarah's gone to bed. The elephant is actually named after Sarah. It's Spanish. It's whatever her PHP.net email address is. I don't want to say it because if you say it wrong, you say a dirty word, and I can't remember how to say it now. So, but the PHP Roundtable elephant is named after Sarah Goldman. And I also found out Sarah Goldman.
You keep putting a D in her name.
Goldman.
Yeah.
Sarah Goldman
Polita?
is
Polita.
that's it. I don't know if that's the right way to say it or the wrong way to say it, but I don't speak Spanish to know if you're saying a dirty word or not. But anyways, she's also cousins with the creator of Star Trek, I think. What is it?
Polita is a chick.
Oh no, I think that's right. I think that's what it's supposed to be.
Esta hecha una polita. It translates into she's turned into quite a good-looking chick. So,
but
the connotation is
there's a dirty way of saying it too.
I think I know that one. I think it's with an E.
Yeah. So anyways, that's the name of the elephant, and that's why the elephant has that name. All right, I think that's it. We are very, very long here, and I want to go to bed, and you guys are just not giving me anything good to work with here. So
apparently, I'm learning Spanish now.
John, like choked out his dog, so his dog is probably laying dead next to him.
On my feet, yes.
All right, that's it for episode 248 of PHPUgly. I'm Eric.
I'm John.
I'm Tom.
Keep it ugly.
Keep it ugly.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Oh, listen to that great sound.
Y'all know how we do. Listen,
Wait,
I'ma drop a freestyle you can cherish. I'ma send a shout out to
Except
the
you're
host
off
named
the beat.
Eric.
You like half
he's
step
never
off.
on some average shit. You know, Eric, he
I'm making
stays
stuff
loud and
up. I have no clue what I'm
passionate.
talking
I'm about to break it down for y'all with the clever song. You'll shout the host name. Thomas,
One day
he's
we
never
will
wrong.
have
You'll
a
shout to John.
professional
You know that he's smart and
production
quiet, unlike my freestyles, which cause a riot. I'm about to do it like this, cause the
Next week I'm
people
gonna try
love
to
me.
move over
Shouts
to
out
the
to PHP,
Mack and see
the
what I can
ugly.
accomplish.
It's called ugly cause it's not professional.
It's
But
funny.
I'm about to come through and bless it with style. So let's do it when I'm spitting. I perfume the room. Yo, the segment of the show is
He's not
called
answering.
Doom and Gloom. That came from
My
Thomas.
notifications
Yeah, ain't nobody
from
go
my
beyond
phone
this.
pop
I get
up
the
in-
mic and then I'm about
on
to
my
keep it like a promise.
desktop,
Yeah, and
but it
y'all
doesn't
know we
show
fill 'em
the
up with anguish. We talking about the
emoji.
PHP, the
It shows
programming
the
language.
colon
About to
word.
break it down, no
So
exaggeration.
Tron Gate
What
is
do
just
y'all do for a living? Web
Good show, nerd.
applications. Okay, I can dig it. My words spray tight. They're getting together on the Thursday nights. Yeah, when it comes to rhyming, you can call me the new dude. I spew true lyrics while y'all
See?
broadcast on YouTube. So let's get it. You know my
Instead of
lyrics are major.
making
All up
Tron
in the
Gate a
comments,
bad
they got
thing,
plenty
now
of
people wanna
haters,
check
but
it out
they
because
doing
of
what
us.
they
We're
doing.
gonna blow this
Keep
thing
it
up.
Ugly. We ending every show with the saying it's lovely. Let's
Joe
go.
has that power.
Hey, shout out
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Freaking
This
Dorinda.
website is going terrible.
Dorinda,
They
don't
announced,
you have your own podcast to do? Damn.
What are you talking about? What
It
did he
says
say?
Eric, the host of
Like,
1/3 of the podcasts.
What are you talking about?
I looked
What
it up,
did
by
he-
the way.
Like,
You are technically just below 1/3 of the top 10 PHP podcasts, except that there's only 9 listed because there's only 9 active podcasts right now on PHP. You're 3 of them.
I just need to figure out how to make money doing it. Life would be good. All right.
I gotta find it. Elgato
Well, let me
announced a new
kill
Stream Deck.
Zencaster. Oh, I meant to talk about did we talk about we did. We talked about Among Us last week, right?
Yes.
I still haven't played it. I have it on my iPad though because of you, Tom. Let me know that it's just as easy to play on your iPad. Kitty.
Say hi.
We should have a Diego Dev game. Like,
We should, if nothing else, just so we can figure out how to play the damn thing.
just I'll set to hang out and just goof off for an hour.
Okay. Down for that. Oh, we got a couple of Michael Blair also joined us on YouTube. A couple of new YouTube followers there, subscribers. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, RA. Thank you for the subs on YouTube. thinking about dropping Twitch, man. I mean, not that it costs us anything to have it. I don't know. I never go.
We have a lot
look
of
at the
followers
numbers
on
and everything.
Twitch.
Do we?
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
So Twitch has a pull-based notification system for followers. So that little widget that you have that's in the layout, whenever I start OBS, I get like 5 or 6 notifications of new subscribers.
What? Where do you see? No, we only have 43 subscribers on Twitch. 43 followers. We have 43 followers on Twitch. That's not. Why are we wasting your time? I don't know. I just feel bad because we don't do anything. Like, not that we do anything for the YouTube people either, but I don't know.
Yeah, they just show up in Discord. It's all good.
We're almost at 400 on YouTube. We're at 393. It's not bad.
See, I got to figure out if I can get the Stream Deck working on the Mac.
The Twitch delay is very low too.
Is it?
Oh, it's extremely low.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
Thank you. This is the after show. So, welcome to the after show. We just chat here.
Did you see the person jump in and say, "Hey, what's the topic of this channel?" It's like, how did you find us? What made them jump over there?
They had Arabic as their language set. So I
know, but I was curious how they. Yeah, I ignored it during the show, but I was curious how they stumbled into the channel.
What are you doing here?
How did they find us?
It's very possibly a bot.
True.
That's exactly. I assumed it was a bot when I saw that.
Oh, John Sandman's live right now.
Who's that?
Twitch streamer, gamer. He's got one of those personalities that's perfect for Twitch.
Oh yeah. What's his name?
John Jon Sandman.
Really?
Sandman.
That's a perfect name for Twitch.
Oh yeah, that's all one word to with.
Yeah.
What's he do? Oh, he's he plays games. He's not a developer.
No, I said he's a gamer.
You might have said that.
I
I don't pay attention to you.
I don't blame you. All my recommended channels are all based on chess. I don't even do much on Twitch. How does it know that I like chess?
Is he a chess player?
No, I know him from Rocket League, but he plays Among Us. That's how I learned about Among Us and Fall Guys and all those.
Congratulations to Michael Drinda on your 100th episode.
Oh yeah, thanks for inviting us. We appreciate that.
South.
Sorry we couldn't make it. We did invite you on our 100th, but I'm sure you meant to invite us. So whatever, Dick. Come on.
I'm on PHP. I'm on PHPpodcast.com, and it has like a listing of the most recently released episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's North meets South, Roundtable, PHP Architect, PHPUgly, and then PHP Architect, No Compromises, PHPUgly. So as far as releases go, you're more than half of podcasts on PHP. Like significantly more than half. And to be clear, as a host, like you're not this isn't appearing on.
That Ken Marks podcast is a good one. That he's actually the one that inspired me to do the education and student panel for a PHP Roundtable. That's he's a teacher.
I've done that.
just Google. Oh no, don't. I was wrong.
Oh no, don't.
Oh look, all our Patreons are on there now too. Oh, I'm happy I'm putting their names in their show notes now. They're hitting all those feeds.
Ugly.
Oh yeah, Joe Watkins. That's Peach. Good God.
Like the only one who comes close to you is Derek Rathens.
There's a Derek's
His
in there.
episodes and his episodes are 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's
He
what I
does-
wanted
he
for
does the
this when we first
transcription.
started.
I wanted, yeah. I want 15. I was shooting for 15.
And here we are, boring people an hour and a half later. Did you stop Zencaster, by the way?
I did. And then download.
You know what?
So,
You know what we don't have? Is I think we're the only
Humor?
Discord. I think we're the only Discord channel.
no.
We should
Well,
have. We should have rooms for all the other podcasts. You should have an architect room. No, I'm serious.
We could probably
Really?
do one for Michael Dorinda. If we could probably do a Laravel News and North Meets South one. If Michael
and we have Sarah's here. She can monitor or admin internals.
Well, there is a PHP. There is a PHP. Isn't there a PHP Discord? No, maybe there's. I don't know.
There's a PHP Architect one.
Yeah, there's a PHP Architect Discord.
I think you should combine them all. You should put architect internals.
Well, we would have to. We couldn't call it PHPUgly Discord then. It would have to be like a PHP podcast Discord.
That's not true.
I'm already very self-conscious about cross promoting PHPUgly and PHP Roundtable. I'm not so much PHP Roundtable.
Obviously, since you're now the host of three
PHPUgly is my podcast, right? It's the one that we started. I created. We have full control over it. I don't mind talking about other stuff on my podcast, but like the other ones, it's like
PHP Roundtable is now your podcast. You can promote whatever you want.
Yeah.
And I have an idea for a sponsor. I'm going to reach out to them. It's that company that and they don't compete with Honey Badger, so it's the company we were talking about earlier today.
We could make a read-only channel that just lists all the latest podcasts that have been released. That's a common thing.
That's actually a good idea. Do an announcement and just grab the RSS feed from PHP Podcasts. And
you could do it. Yeah, you could do announcements and have like Reddit feed and PHP podcasts and like GitHub start.
But we don't need to encourage. We don't need to encourage listeners to go listen to other podcasts. Just our podcasts. We need them to fill our ego.
Well, this is an interesting thing. So, the Discord that I'm in for my Destiny guild has like 22,000 people in the Discord, but the guild itself only has like 2,400 members. Just because the guild the room or the Discord as a tool is so helpful.
Well, I mean, our Discord is up there a good amount. What are we at? We're at 21 online. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's Roundtable. We have
2 online.
We have 30 online. And we have 265 not online currently.
Yeah, this one's bigger. This one's let's see.
Well, it's a game, man. Come on. What's the podcast? What's the podcast Phil used to do?
Phil Sturgeon?
Yeah. What was that one called? PHP. Oh my god, I can't believe I can't remember this one.
Guys you won't hate?
Ben, I think, isn't Ben on that? Or?
PHP Town Hall?
Town Hall, Jesus God. They're still going, aren't they? I don't see them on PHP podcasts.
Yeah, August 2nd.
July 31st. Oh, you see on August 2nd?
Yeah, they published to Apple on August 2nd, June 8th, March 20th, March 10th.
Okay, yeah. I would say I'm seeing July 20 or July 31st on their website. So maybe they haven't done that yet. I don't know. I don't know what their workflow is.
Listeners also subscribe to PHPUgly and PHP Podcast.
Oh shit! I meant to tell people if they weren't getting the PHP Roundtable, they might need to unsubscribe and resubscribe. If you're still listening to us and you want to get PHP Roundtable, it's not if the new shows aren't coming in through your feed, you may need to unsubscribe and resubscribe. That seems to be working for a lot of people. Pocket Cast seems to be the biggest corporate. Seems to be the biggest person
because there was such a delay in feeds.
Well, we switched feeds.
And
we switched owners, so I had to re-register under my account. And oh shit, that's what I want to talk about. Well, not for the show, for Michael Dorinda. Michael Dorinda, if you're still around, I am trying to dump your North Meets South from my Google account, and it won't let me dump it because it keeps sending me a verification email, which is going to you. I need to sync up with you to verify that I have access to that podcast, so I can drop it from my Google account. Way back when Google first started doing podcasts, I worked with Michael to get North Meets South on the Google platform, and so it married to my account, but now it won't let me take it off my account. Yeah, at some point, Michael switched it over to his stuff because his email's associated with it now, but it won't let me drop it because it keeps sending me a verification code, but I don't have access to the verification code. I'm just trying to drop it from my account. It's like, Jesus.
That's funny. Right.
Well, I think we could rename our Discord to the PHP Discord, and then, you can group rooms as well.
Yeah, no. That's why I have the off-topic one.
Yeah, so we could take our stuff and group it into PHPUgly, and then you could have the PHP Arc group and the PHP Internals group.
I don't know. I mean, I hear what you're saying, and I appreciate it. And I think if other people in the community came to us and asked us to do it, we would. But I think it's pretty arrogant of us just to assume that role and do it.
Well, you could do it for a third of the community at least. And then ask them if they want it in. There's already these 3 other podcasts that joined in. Also, I like how well you managed me. You said that's an excellent input, and I like hearing it from you, and I appreciate it. However,
you're an idiot. Piss off.
However, I don't pay you to think. You literally don't pay me, and that's what I do is think. I don't even know your name.
All right,
but he keeps throwing PHP Architect in there, but they have their own channel or their own Discord server.
Is it busy? Merge them.
Yeah, they have all their magazine subscribers in there.
Well, merge us to their channel then, or to their. Have PHP Architect take over Discord. Actually, for the community at large.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
No,
but then we have to
Discord.
Me too, but now I've got so many Discords.
Whatever. I'm fine. Like I said, if other people come to us, I'll be happy to create a channel for them. Or are they channels? What are they called? Because
they are channels. Server is PHPUgly. Channels
there
is
you go.
The individual.
Yeah. So yeah, if they come to me, I'll definitely create a channel for them. But yeah, I don't know, man. All right, I'm gonna try to get this edit so I can go to bed because I actually have an interview to do. Oh shit! I meant to say that. Hey, I'm interviewing Sebastian. If you're still listening, I'm interviewing Sebastian, the creator of PHP Unit, tomorrow morning for PHP Architect, the magazine, not the podcast. So this is my community corner piece. So if you have any questions that you would like to ask Sebastian, let me know. Just ping me in Discord.
All right, that's going to do it for our show. I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Huge thank you, of course, to our patrons on
Thank you.
Patreon.